Welcome to Girl Talk. We're so glad you can join us today. We're at America's Best Flowers, where they're talking all things spring.
Finally,
Can't be more excited. There are actually birds, I think, inside their warehouse here chirping. It sounds like a very happy place. And so we'll be talking with those folks later. Speaking of spring, if you enjoy wine and you're wondering which wine pairs best with spring, we have just the person to help you with that. We have Chelsea Truce. She's with Wine Styles. They're in Sun Prairie. Thanks for joining us today, Chelsea.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
So, with the warmer weather coming, do people's taste for wine change, or do you always love a red and it's always a red?
I mean, everybody has their preference, but it definitely changes. With the warmer weather, people tend to shift from your darker, heavier reds into your lighter whites and rosés. Sauvignon Blancs and Chardonnays tend to be very popular come springtime, as well as rosés, which is a new thing that has really taken off recently.
Kind of like our food choices. You like the soup in the winter and the salads in the summer.
Yep, exactly.
So true. Let's talk a little bit about brands, because I'm wondering if there are some that are kind of go-tos, the most popular, or are there some more like unknowns that we should be looking out for?
So we try to carry things that you're not going to find at your larger retail stores. So we try to stay a little niche to make it fun and exciting to be there. One of our biggest brands, though, is going to be the Finca Los Primos White Blend, slightly effervescent, middle of the line for sweetness, but everybody loves it. It's a really easy drinking wine and pairs well with lots of different foods. So for spring, it's a great choice. Finca Los Primos.
Finca Los Primos. It's fun to say.
So what if you're somebody like me where I know I like wine, I like most kinds of wine, but I don't necessarily know the ins and outs of how to pick it, and I know you are using different wording to describe it, which makes it sound just so enjoyable. So how do you help people, I guess, select something that they're going to like if they're kind of like me?
Yeah, so when they come in, we kind of will ask some questions, like if you typically like reds or rosés, it kind of gives us a little direction, and then we'll continue to ask you questions. And we also have about 16 wines on tap that we can taste out for you and help narrow in what your particular taste is. And then we can go from there. We don't have everything, obviously. But we can get pretty close and then recommend different wines off of that.
That's so
Wines
helpful.
on tap. That's kind of a new concept for me.
Speaking of on tap, you also have beer there.
Yes.
And do you find that people's taste for beer changes with the season?
Indeed, yeah. Typically in winter, you're going for your heavier, dark beers. Stouts and porters are super popular. They kind of keep you warmer, if you want to say that. And then come spring, it's going to go towards lighter Maibachs, and IPAs especially start to take off in the springtime because they're just a lot easier drinking. Lagers you'll see come around too a lot.
Absolutely. Now, one of the things I want to talk a little bit about is you've got this great sort of gift basket.
Yes.
So people are starting to think about maybe some outdoor parties, graduation parties, things of that nature. If you're going to a friend's house and you want to bring them something, let's talk a little bit about some of the choices.
Yeah, so if you don't know what they like for wine, we can get some good stuff in there for you, but then we have a few different options. We have the wire baskets, we have some wicker ones as well, and you can pick the stuff out. We can help pick things out. We'll put it all together and make it look nice, and we can even saran wrap them and put a bow on them so it looks official and everything like that.
Official.
So.
And this one we notice has crackers and some sort of a cheese mix in there too.
Yeah, we have lots of different food options that pair well with both things like crackers and dips.
Can you buy yourself a gift basket? That sounds perfect.
And I like these because you could keep this. This is something I would have out, in the house.
Absolutely.
And quick before we go, I want to mention your hours.
Yeah, so Monday through Wednesday we're open 11 to 8, Thursday through Saturday 11 to 9, and Sunday 1 to 5.
Fantastic.
All right. Well, Wine Styles is in Sun Prairie, or you can check them out online. We're at America's Best Flowers, and we'll be right back.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are at America's Best Flowers today in Cottage Grove, and I think we have all said it feels like spring is in the air. I'm loving these flamingos and these cute watering cans and just the beautiful spring colors, and that kind of translates into hair and beauty, right? You kind of usually revamp your look for spring. I know we were all talking about how we're so tired of having dry hair, static
hands.
And so it's always great to have you here, Stephanie, because you're really our girl when it comes to the different treatments that we can use on our hair and body. So great to have you here today with Savannah Beauty Supply. The first thing I want to talk about is what's unique to your business. I know you guys offer a really wide product range and can really address hair issues for all hair types, which I think is important.
So the most unique part of the business is the experience.
Yeah.
So when you walk in the door, we like to customize the experience to you. So even if we have a full house, we still want you to feel like we're working with just you on whatever need you have walking into the door.
That's so cool, and I think that's important because oftentimes, of course there's different types of hair, curly, straight, but everybody's hair needs and the problems they're having are typically really unique to them and their lifestyle and where you live.
Yes.
So
And even
nice.
just walking in any store these days to get personalized attention is kind of tough.
Yes.
So as we come into the spring, which we're coming into spring, so what are customers looking for?
So right now, people are coming out of their protective hairstyles. They're, they've been protecting it from the harsh winds and
I feel like I have windblown hair
Right.
and the dryness in the air. So a lot of people are going into about to do the trim because every season you trim your hair. So they want to do a different style. So a lot of people come in and try on different wigs of styles that they want to have, and they'll wear them for a while. So they get to experiment with different colors and wear it to see if that's a style they'll like before they go and cut their hair for the spring. So I've noticed a lot of people will come in, just to I want to try something different in a wig before I cut my hair. So
What a safe way to explore the different options.
Yeah.
So how do you, since you're the one buying the wigs for the store, how do you decide what styles are going to be in for the season?
So what I do is I just listen to what customers ask for. Going into the spring, a lot of people want shorter hair. It's not as heavy, it's not as hot. And then also we have stylists that we work with, so we get suggestions from the different coasts. A lot of stuff comes into us. So what's popular on the coast, I can bring them in and have a head start on it. So
Those coast lines always have a head start on us.
Yeah, they do. So what goals do you have for Savannah in 2018, now being in March, kind of getting your feet wet, I guess, with 2018 and really diving head in?
So what we want to continue to do is continue to give back to the community. Awesome. That's one thing that we want. We do. We want to do that a little bit more with our time and our dollars, and then also just making sure that as we grow and expand, making sure that we still have that customer focus.
Awesome. And it's always great to have that. And quick before we go here, I want to mention where you guys are located in the hours.
So we're located at on Egan Road in the Princeton Club Shopping Center. So that's 1712 Egan Road. And it's right across the street from Easttown Mall. So when you see Sears, you'll see us. Awesome. And then we're there Monday through Saturday from 9:30 to 8 p.m. and then Sunday from 10 to 6. So we're there every day.
And you're there every day?
I am in some form. Yes, I am there every day.
It's such a great, convenient location too. So much parking. You guys have an awesome sign lit up, so really easy to find. And come on in and see Stephanie, and she'll take great care of you, and so will her staff. So thanks for being with us today.
Try out a new hairstyle.
Right? I know. I'm kind of intrigued. I might need to come do that. Again, Stephanie with Savannah Beauty Supply, and this is Girl Talk. We'll be right back after the break right here on Wisconsin's 57.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are filming at America's Best Flowers today. Such a great spot. Recently, actually, Janet, you caught up with Hot Pink University.
I did, yeah. What great ladies. The two women are Anne and Christy. They're co-authors of this book, Ignite Your Life, and they're also co-creators of Pink University, and they have some workshops coming up, and that's what we talked about. Let's take a look. Welcome back to Girl Talk. It is Girl Talk, and today we're actually talking girl power, I think. Joining us right now, we have Christy and Anne. These two women are co-authors of this book called Ignite Your Life. They're also co-creators of a business called Hot Pink University. Thanks for joining us today.
It's our pleasure.
So in your book, one thing I noticed and I enjoyed is that you have little narratives, your inner thinking interspersed throughout the book. And one of them resonated with a friend.
So your friend asked.
It says, this was Anne, this was a thought you shared. It said, I was feeling like a wallflower at the dance of my own life. And I think that's maybe something that a lot of women can resonate with. They're busy helping other people. You have a course coming up called Woman on Fire, and tell us about that course.
So Woman on Fire really, I guess I would say, and I'm sure Christy would agree, is kind of our flagship, right? It's a very intensive, full immersion experience where we walk with women through transformation, whether it be transformation in their entrepreneurial or business world and or in their personal life, or both for many of us, right? It's a 6-month program, and then another 6-month VIP expanded even further, because we, in those first 6 months, see such change and transformation. So we created another VIP experience after that.
Wow, that sounds so incredible, because one of the flaws I think that women have, and it's also such an amazing thing, is that we are there to nurture. It's something that's inherent, but then we aren't asking for the help that we need when we need, especially when we're feeling like I'm all alone in this. And it's so good for you all to be able to share with people you're not. There's other people going through this. We're here to help guide you and become the best woman you can be after or through or in the future. So wonderful work. Thank you. I'm sure that people really enjoy it. I want to talk about an event that's coming up, much like your book here, Ignite Your Life. You have an Ignite Your Life event coming up. It's a gathering of women, but particularly you're going to talk a little bit about the topic of masculine and feminine as things. So tell me more about how that's going to work.
So there's a lot going on. I don't know if people have noticed around the dialogue between men and women, and I don't think that we're as divisive as we need to be. And so we're really creating the Ignite event around starting the conversations with men and women, for women, to heal those conversations and not have them be so. We're not against one another. We're working with one another, and we all have masculine and feminine qualities in ourselves, and we can show up in different ways that way. And so, how do we honor, even as a woman, our own masculine qualities that we have, and bring those forward?
I love that. That's so powerful, because don't deny it, right? Just embrace it all and show it, and it makes you you, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I think it's definitely worth mentioning that both of you are psychotherapists, so you have these years of experience and all the different experiences of the people that you've worked with, and you're bringing that to help women move through, again, transitions or whatever. So what are some of the other ways that you do help women?
So I see another real big benefit of the work that we do being the way in which women connect and gather together. So one of the major benefits is that we really do create, you mentioned when we worked with you previously that you like the concept of tribe. We really do pride ourselves on the vibe of our Hot Pink tribe. And so certainly one of the benefits is that feeling of sisterhood and coming together and connecting as women, right, in how we heal, in how we grow, in how we want to live our lives, and how we want to interact. Do you want to speak to a few benefits,
and
Christy?
I think it reminds me of the crab pot philosophy, where when the crabs are in a boiling pot, the other crabs down below pull the crab that's trying to get out under. And so, so we create sisterhood that's totally not that. We create sisterhood that's like, yes, let's bring each other forward. Let's build each other up. Let's really celebrate us as women together, and make sure that we're not being the crab pot.
Let's not be the crab pot.
Let's not be the crab pot,
That's a good mantra.
That's a great shirt, I think.
Let's do it. Let's make this shirt. I'm all in.
We're almost out of time, so let's make sure the viewers know how to find you to sign up for these courses.
Yeah, so they can visit us at www.hotpinkyou.com.
Simple as that.
Simple
as
All right,
that.
Christy and Ann with Hot Pink University, thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we have more Girl Talk for you right after the break. Welcome back to Girl Talk. We're at America's Best Flowers. They're in Cottage Grove. They're also in Edgerton, actually, but we're at the big America's Flowers. And with us is Barb. She's the retail manager here, and she knows so much. So it's springtime, and we are super excited about spring being here. It feels so good. Even we can hear the birds sound really happy here too.
The birds are happy, the people are happy, right? It's just a great time.
It's all good, yeah. So today, Barb, you wanted to talk about houseplants. And maybe freshening them up. So talking about the benefits, how to freshen them up, and maybe how to care for them too. Where did you want to start?
We have a nice selection here, and just
Gorgeous.
a reminder, plants do help reduce stress in your home or where you're working.
Do you have any stress at work?
Never.
They help to clean the air, and they add beauty and interest to any room that you might be putting them in.
They really do. Just even a little touch of something on your desk at work. I
Absolutely.
did that at my work, and it really did make it feel more welcoming and more comfortable.
More like home.
A little more like home. Yeah, absolutely. Do you have a favorite that's on the table with us, Barb?
I really like the Diefenbachia, the color in the variegated one. It's very pretty.
And is that easy to care for?
It is. A lot of these plants will take kind of a medium light, which would be maybe an east or west window. There are plants that'll take lower light. The two on the floor are peace lilies and Chinese evergreens. Those will take really a very low light area. An office would be nice for those.
That might be good for me. I have no windows in my space, and I love the peace lily.
And one thing you can keep in mind is if you're noticing it isn't looking quite as fresh as it did, maybe it needs a little more light. Take it home for a while. Put it in a window that has a little more light for a month or so, and then bring it back. You can always rotate your plants throughout your house or any location.
Now that's an interesting idea for an office, to have maybe two plants, one at the office, one at home, and then you just swap them. Yeah, back and forth.
And it just adds, visual interest to your space and kind of makes it feel new.
Yes.
I like that idea.
Yes.
Perfect.
These, this looks, sorry, my voice just went there. This is a succulent here, and this one too?
Yes,
This is a succulent.
it is.
Really?
It's a snake plant, mother-in-law's tongue, and these can take rather high light.
Okay.
They do really well in those areas. A lot of these other ones are for, like I said, a medium light, an east or a west window. And keep in mind that in the wintertime, the light coming through that same window is different than in the summertime.
Oh, that's a good point.
There, like if you have a south window and you have some succulents in it, as the sun gets higher in the summer, the sun is more intense, and you might want to move them back a little if you see a little bit of sunburn coming on the leaves. Also keep in mind if there's a tree out there, in the wintertime, there's no leaves on the tree, so the light will be a little bit more intense, but overall, the light is lower in the winter, so you still might be able to keep it there. If the leaves come back on in the summer, you might, it might still be okay, but keep an eye on it, depending on how much shade is offered by the tree.
What they need a little bit, won't they? I mean,
Right.
if it's doing something funny, it needs something.
Right.
Something
It needs
different.
something new.
I wanted to know too, Barb, with it being springtime, is this a good time to maybe repot your plants?
It is. This is the best time
Okay.
from now till in the beginning of summer. You don't want to initiate a lot of new growth with transplanting through the winter, but now the days are getting longer, and this is a good time
Good
to
time.
refresh them.
Perfect.
Which is perfect because you have a workshop coming up March 24th, actually, where you can bring in your house plant that needs a new home, a new pot. You can bring in a pot of your own, or you can buy one here. Either way is fine, and you can make the mess here. That's the cool part.
Have you guys ever tried to repot plants in your home? Because I have.
How did you do that?
I ended up with dirt all over the floor, and I had to vacuum it up and mop. It was not good.
You think you're going to
This
be
is much easier.
careful, and
Nope.
it still doesn't work.
Right?
Yeah. Make the mess here, but you know that they're known for their soil. You have some secret sauce in your
Yes.
soil.
Sauce. I love it.
What a cool workshop.
So again, that
Great
workshop is on
opportunity.
March 24th. You can get your questions answered. It's so much easier sometimes to just bring it in and say, okay, this is the problem.
Yes.
And now you know that there's secret sauce soil, so that's even better.
Can we talk about some of the other workshops that you have?
Yes.
I have one that, Ellen, you might be interested
Yeah.
in. Well, it's called Small Space. It's small space gardening, so it's outdoor or indoor? Outdoor?
Outdoor mostly.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
That's perfect though, because at my apartment building, they actually have a little area where you can rent a small square of a garden plot, which I've been really interested in doing. So, but it's obviously a small space.
Okay, that one's on March 10th. It's just an hour, and there's no charge.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay.
So-
Another one, straw bale gardening. Now that's been such a popular topic for a couple years now. Again, it's no charge.
No charge.
Okay, that one's on March 17th. This one sounds great. Easter egg hunt. I used to love looking for Easter eggs when I was a kid. I love that.
I still love it.
That one's March 31st. Is that outdoors?
That's actually inside here, so it's rain or
nice.
shine.
Rain or shine, love that.
Yep.
And no charge for that either.
Correct.
All ages, or what's a good age
All
group
ages.
for
Can
that?
Who are you asking
Ages,
for?
I think
It's
it's,
a friend.
I think it's through age 6.
Okay, but
Yeah.
no minimum age.
No. Okay. No, not at all.
Sounds good.
That sounds fun. That's on March 31st. I don't know what day of the week that is. And you're going to be teaching some of these workshops, Barb.
I will. the repotting one I will be.
For the house plants?
Others will be doing the small space.
Oh,
Sure.
Yep. Oh, I missed one. There's one about growing herbs. I know some
Yes.
people get all excited about growing herbs.
yes.
And you said that could be indoor or outdoor
Yes.
growth.
That's kind of
To
a
plant a
trend.
container.
Yeah,
Yep.
doing herbs in your kitchen. I love
Yep.
it.
Well, there is so much going on here at America's Best Flowers, and this is your gal right here. She can help you with so much, whether it's indoor or outdoor, and they have so much for indoor and outdoor here too, besides plants. Thank you so much, Barb.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, thank you to all of our guests. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Girl Talk.
Beauty and styling for Girl Talk provided by the Ultimate Veritas Spa and Salon.